Thank you for joining me on the channel, Mazarov Tarot. Today is going to be a different reading for me, at least on this channel. And it's essentially going to be why that relationship is not going to work, why he's not the one for you, why she's not the one for you, so on and so forth. And I'm going to be using a couple of different cards. Whatever card, I have been working with this deck right here, just trying to get acquainted with it. It's a Fallen Angels deck, but take that out. But yeah, I may or may not use male and female pronouns, but you don't have to be a biological man or woman to be in either the energies. And yeah, it can switch for you throughout the reading. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing all 12 signs. I mean, you know what Aquarius is? Aquarius is, I know this is going to sound so vulgar, and I really didn't want to take it there, but I am going to speak on what I hear. For Aquariuses, especially a feminine energy, but again, like I said, you don't have to be a biological female. You could actually be the female that is requiring this from a partner. Take it to how it resonates. But it was something about fellatio. But it makes sense, right? Aquariuses is like, I'm the head of this, or I'm over this, or I have needs. Take it to how it resonates. But I just feel like it's not unrequited love. It is sexual acts that somebody in a situation with an Aquarius is requiring that the other person, blah, 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 the other person may or may not want to take parts in. And it was something about fellatio. And I feel like maybe two Aquariuses is not a big deal, or, you know, take it however it resonates, but I feel like it's an important component to intimacy. But I just feel like somebody is not unrequited love, because I don't even know if the connection is love. I just really feel like somebody is like, I'm not gonna be in a relationship with somebody, and that's not a thing. Like, somebody's like, I'm not even going to deal with somebody. And they could, and I've been in this situation, they could come across as not posh. They could be well off. The person that's requiring that, they could be well known, attractive, or at least to some feminine energy. But they're like, they could be looking at a feminine energy like, that is all I want from an Aquarius, or vice versa. And it's really unfortunate, I do believe, because a feminine energy in that situation would be like, I have so much to give. Or a relationship could have started out that way, where feminine energy was giving in sexually to what a man needed, to try to like connect or create a bond with a man. But it could have backfired, because that maybe a pregnancy, it doesn't have to be. Years could have been spent, but a masculine energy would be looking at those years or those times differently than that feminine energy. He's like, not come again. It's not even services, because I don't really feel like it's transactional love. Ironically enough, I do feel like that is something that is going to be coming out for Pisces, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But a masculine could just be looking at it like, I actually have a type of female that I want to be in a relationship with, and maybe those things, i.e. head or fellatio, is not something that has been required or asked of from a person that he wants to be in a committed relationship. But maybe a feminine energy that has been doing those things for a male on the slide, or, you know, whatever, is like, I've been dealing with you for 5 months, 5 years, something like that. It could be a Taurus involved, take it to how it resonates. But it's like, he's like, you're not gonna kiss me with that mouth? No, it's not that. It's not a potty mouth. It's like, you is what you is for. You suck dick. Like, I don't know. That's just what I'm saying. But a feminine energy could be looking at it like, we are in a committed relationship. But a masculine energy, I promise you, he's like, and why it won't work, you know, for this instance, I'm not saying this is everybody's relationship where a person is like really adamant about that act. I feel like in this situation, if you resonate, it's like a feminine energy will feel uneasy because maybe a masculine energy is like, he don't stay long, and then maybe like regular intercourse is not even something that's required. Like, he's like, once a feminine energy does that, he does not return the favor. And also, he's like, I don't need vaginal. If it's homosexual, he don't need topping, he don't need bottoming. It's that type of thing. Or if it's the other way, you know, it could, if it's another way, it could be one of those situations where feminine energy is like, how would it work? A touch me not. Okay. And maybe it's making another feminine energy feel uncomfortable because she's like, I also want to express, you know, love. Listen, baby, I don't know. When it comes to that homosexual things for Aquarius is where it could be a touch me not stud or someone involved in that. Money, finances could be a big issue of feminine energy that could be heavier set. She's dealing with like this dark-skinned feminine energy. It doesn't have to be that had came in from a different state, a different city, a different place. And she's like, when we moved in together or when we I thought that she was going to carry her weight or something like that. Or a feminine energy thought that she was going to be able to do everything. But when that feminine energy got hired at Walmart, she started having affairs and she started having problems with a feminine energy, touch me not stud or whatever, hanging out with her friends or dudes and whatever, take it to have it resonates. I just feel like, not Section 8, what is it? Evictions, things like that can come up in that sort of relationship, which could be a reason why that situation for two females is not going to work because of that. With two men, and that same Aquarius energy with fellatio is a big thing. There could be an age difference. But a masculine energy in the gay community, he's not a father, but it's like that as an uncle. He's like known in the gay community, and when people are coming out the closet or they don't have a safe space, they can always go to him in his house. But it's having an effect on his younger boyfriend. But his younger boyfriend, I don't actually feel like it was a predator thing, but he was once one of those children of that man that needed to have safe space, and things turned. But now that young boy could be in a situation where he's having to repay, if you will, a man back, and the act is fellatio. It's not use discretion. If it is, and somebody is like, you know, okay, not to sound vulgar, I'm not trying to put my sexual business out there. I don't know, because I don't really does if people use condoms. I just feel like somebody is like trying to be more safe with their mouth. But it would be because the person that's doing that is either hanging around a dead relationship, a Scorpio, his boys. He could always be at the park. I don't know what it is. He creep a lot. It's not that he creep a lot. It's not that he creep a lot. He could provoke a feminine energy. It's not that. It's always a fight. And also, I feel like someone could be done with a death, not necessarily. There's something where he can't let it go. No. He got a spot. He got a spot. I just don't think that, I mean, like what I'm thinking of, it could be like, what was that song about to me? She'd be like, there's a stranger at my house. I don't know if it's that, where she's like, where's my favorite spot? Do I like it? Do I love it? I don't actually feel like that, but it could be for a male. I feel like it's more so like he got his own house. He got his own home. But he could spend, it would be 50-50. I don't know what it is. Maybe feminine energy ain't been to a masculine energy spot. I have no idea, but it was something that I was hearing about that. And yeah, so I'm going to pull a card and I'm going to read the card for why is Aquarius' relationship not going to work, y'all. Somebody is asking somebody to be more flexible. Why somebody want to invite it somewhere? Somebody is like, your parents or your brother had their wedding, and I've been doing all these things sexually for you, and I've been dealing with you for 5 months plus, and you're gonna tell me you don't want me to go to the party? I said the necklace. Take it to resonance. Someone could have a Firebird. Someone could have a classic car. Someone could be in training. Take it to resonance. Ew. Okay. A masculine energy could have set a feminine energy up in a weird way. Not gangbang, but it's like a masculine energy is like, I don't really care if you get involved with my friends. No. There's something going on with that Aquarius is where a feminine energy has been involved with this, like a group of guys, kind of sexually, not necessarily. It could have been under the influence, taking that resonates, and that masculine energy could have been a drug pusher, trying to get a feminine energy drunk or something like that. Take it to it resonates. What is that representing though? There's like, this relationship is like come and go, but it's because of, it's somebody that got a lot of, he feel like he got all rights to do what he want. I don't know what it is. He like, I'm tired in, it's a secret. I'm not gonna tell you about my affairs. And also, I come in her ass I please. But he would be thinking that the feminine energy like that, because she's like, a feminine energy would be liberated. Like, it's making me think like a slut shame. Like, not slut shame. What's it called? With Amber Rose, like slut walk or something like that, where feminine energy feels liberated. So, like, what that means is she can sleep with as many guys she wants to. She can dress how she wants to. And she doesn't want to be judged for it. But it's like she's fought for those rights. And but he look at it like, all right, I'm gonna come and go as I please, and I got rights, and you liberated to do whatever the hell you want to do. But he's like, when I get high, I do like fellatio. All right, so let's go on to Pisces. Pisces, when your relationship ain't working. For Pisces, it's so weird because it's a catch-22. A masculine energy is not like Captain Save-A-Hole, but a little bit. If the masculine energy has come across a feminine energy that he feel like is homeless. He like, I took her in and I took in her damn 2 kids. And she was homeless on a motherfucking corner. Out that motherfucking homeless shelter or some shit like, possibly. She would have been in a woman's shelter. Feminine energy could have been abused. Not knocking it, but a masculine energy, he's coming through. And he's like, the reason why it's not working is because I have to pay for everything. But he got to pay for everything because he has opened his door up to a feminine energy that brings nothing to the fucking table except for 2 kids. But the feminine energy is really weird. She's like a witch. I kid you not. She's like into, and it's, I'm not going to say there's nothing wrong with witchcraft. It doesn't depend. I don't do it, but what I mean is she's like into like the phases of the moon. She would be into like, not mood boards. She would be into like astrology, but in a different sense. It wouldn't have nothing to do with religion. It would have took God completely out of the equation, and she would have made it all about her fucking self type of thing. But a masculine energy, when he would have opened the door to that, when he found her like a fucking stray cat. She didn't even have her kids. She didn't even have them. But he approached her as this black African man who is slightly educated, either in college, go to college. It was something about university. But it was like a walk in the park. But a masculine energy had his eyes on the prize because when he seen her, he felt inclined to help, to open his door, to be there. It could be somebody's brother too. But it would be weird, like, she used to mess with my one friend, he did. I don't know what the fuck. Excuse my language. But that's what I was seeing. The reason why it's not going to work is because that feminine energy played that masculine energy so many motherfucking times. And he's like a school counselor or something like that. She played him so many times. She played him at first. Like, I don't like your accent. I don't like your I don't like it. Because she was used to dealing with one type of man. And he could be shorter. Pisces could be shorter, fatter, darker. He could come from fucking Britain, Africa. Take it out, resonates. But it's not that he feel like he now on the feminine energy. He on that feminine energy. But it's so weird because at first that feminine energy was like, she ain't have shit. She ain't have shit. She was like going through like a divorce, a separation, or some type of shit. And I just had to follow suit. But see, when he extended that, I kid you not, all her fucking furniture and shit had got put out. All her shit was in the corner. Because some man wanted to get free. Or some man get free, got a jail. I have no idea. All her shit was on the streets. Her furniture, her couches, shit like that. And she had got put out of a nice ass apartment. Some shit I ain't never seen. But, like some shit I ain't never had type of shit. But he approached her because he was either living in that same area, living in that same apartment, or he just was driving past and he saw her and he tried to pick her up immediately, like a prostitute. I just feel like what's weird with that situation is not the savior complex that black man had for that woman. It's more so like recollecting like that feminine energy didn't even like me at first. She didn't even like me at first. She ain't want to just sleep with me like she slept with her baby daddy, her ex-husband. She ain't want to. I had to take care of her, taking her kids and house and home her. And all her addictions. But that feminine energy got mad problems with her daughter. Mad problems with her daughter. I kid you not. Not really her son. She got mad problems with her daughter. She got mad problems with her daughter because she's tired of feeding her daughter smoking habits. She's like, you keep smoking my cigarettes. You keep smoking my weed. You keep doing it. I have to buy my pack and I have to bring you a pack. But the son is messy. He want to lay around, sleep around all motherfucking day. And he think because him a child or him supposed to be in school, but him not. That somebody ain't gonna have to deal with truancy, and somebody is. But that Bill, he didn't put himself in the middle of all that shit. All that shit. For no reason. And the reason why it's not gonna work is because he gotta pay all the bills, take care of that woman, take care of her kids, and also she ain't want him at first. He wasn't her type. He wasn't her type. Even though when he approached, it was genuine and shit like that. Now, it's not that the situation can't be changed. I feel like it's something that masculine energy is going to have to work through. Shit, he already working through it. He got to keep working through it. Because somebody got to pay the bills. The thing is, it's not when it's enough. It's like, it ain't going to never change. And you can't take it out on me. I only had to walk with you. I didn't really go through it. You know what I mean? I don't really give a fuck. Let me see what I can get for you. Pisces. It's unfortunate though. It's not love. It's convenience for the woman. And it's dependency for the man. They're filling a spot. It's not love. This came out in reverse. It could be sex. I feel like it's loveless. I don't even feel like sex is involved. If it is, it's degrading. I could just picture it, Sicily, 1942. I don't know. How does that? Somebody old. Somebody much older in the situation. And them having lapse of judgment. Them becoming forgetful. Or them just like, forget it. Forget it. Somebody want their own child? I don't know. Somebody tired. This came out for someone. All I could see was the bones. All I could see was like the skeleton. The skeletons in somebody's closet. Actually, they're not. They just get put out in the fucking open. They're just in the middle of the street. It's a carcass. I don't give a fuck. But somebody though, either saw an opportunity. It was like all the stars had aligned and they took advantage. But they was like, a black cat, you're not actually supposed to cross that path. You're not actually supposed to deal with that. You're not actually supposed to open your door to that. Not a stray one. That was a stray. Someone just took in a fucking stray animal. Why? Dog. Dog when I bound. New chapter though. New chapter. Alright, so let's go on to Aries. Aries in a marriage? No. Aries in a long-standing commitment. The issue with their long-standing commitment is a feminine energy is forcing a man's hand. She's like, I'm gonna force you to take me downtown and get married. I'm gonna force you to be committed to me. It's fucking insane. A feminine energy, but she would be holding something that a masculine energy has done in his past over him. Like a masculine energy is like a feminine energy got dirt on a mill. She got dirt on his ass. I don't know, that's what I'm saying. This is what a masculine would be feeling like, or a feminine. She got dirt on him, and it's dirt that's like incriminating. And he's like, the only way for this shit it's not to be. He like, it's not even go with the flow. He like, I'm forced to be with this woman. I'm forced to. She forced in my hand. Okay? But that feminine energy, it could be a Taurus in the life of Aries, not necessarily. That's forcing because she's got dirt on him. He could be abusive, takes that resonates. There could be witnesses involved. It could be the opposite. A masculine energy can have a lot of dirt on a feminine energy, and he's forcing her into a standing commitment. It has something to do with a divorce prior. I kid you not. Somebody's house or home is also involved, but it would be a feminine energy. But for some reason, a feminine energy has totally got separated from her family, or her whole family has died, or at least the people that would be in her house or home, they're dead. But there's something going on in the basement where somebody is like money laundering. I don't know. They getting money they're not paying taxes on. I don't know what the hell it is. Take it at resonance. But I just feel like a masculine energy or a feminine take it at resonance. They're in a situation where somebody is forcing them to be in the commitment. But if somebody that is being forced into that commitment or that arrangement, them like, it's a fucking madhouse. And also on top of that shit, I just went through a divorce. The problem is the person that would have just went through a divorce or went through a separation or went through an ending in the past relationship, they like, I don't have no one to call. The person that is there to pick them up is like, I'm only going to be there for you if you are in a committed relationship with me. It's really shiesty. It's really sinister. Hell, with that being said, somebody could be playing like the religious thing. Like, you know, I changed my life around. I'm a born again virgin, even if they got 7 fucking kids and they only taking care of 2 or 3 of them. They're like, you know, I'm a born again virgin. I don't want to be sinning. They will be lying like a motherfucker. It will be a cover. The whole cover is their spirituality, that they want to be on the right path. They really just want to force a masculine. Now, the thing that is so weird is a masculine energy that went through that divorce prior, and the feminine energy got dirt on him or something like that. But she's like, I'm the only one that answer your calls. I'm the only one that'll help you take care of your kids. I'm the only one. They gave up a lot. They lost a lot. A house, home, their own kids. Their kids could be grown. Shoes, bags, okay? Somebody is like, I feel like somebody stole from me, broke into my house and stole my shit. I don't know. It's just a person lost a lot. And they thought that their mother or brother, you know, friends was going to be there for them. And the only person that was there for them was that crazy ass woman. The thing is, that crazy woman is weird. They're very shaky. No, yes. They're very, they're not bipolar. They up and down. They're very off. What I mean is like, 1 minute is yes, the next is no. Or it's like, 1 minute is, I want you here. The next minute is on the low, like, really get the fuck out. Because it will have something to do with that person, that feminine energy's mother. And that mother is like, it could be a Gemini. They're like, call the police on him. Call the something. The problem is, when that person would do that, it would get that feminine energy locked up. Not the man. It would get that feminine energy locked the fuck up. Because there would be a recording with that person. It could be the dirt that somebody has with somebody. It would be a recording of that person being irate. While somebody is like, I'm just in my own personal space. But that person would want to play victim, but there would be tangible proof of somebody harassing or bothering somebody. Not only would that person have to go in the ambulance, because it could turn physical, that person could also go to jail. Because it's like somebody was provoking somebody in their own house or home. It's that type of situation. And I've been there. I was hovering over the waters at that point in my life. But I've been there. And I was the victim because when the police was called and they showed up, there was tangible proof that I was the victim because somebody was being irate, cussing me out, talking to me crazy. So when I had to defend myself, there was proof that I was defending myself. And I wasn't bothering anybody. It was like normal business hours to live in my own home. But that person, they went in the ambulance and went to prison. But I didn't go to the court because Mana had told me that I am unlike that feminine energy that wants to force somebody into a commitment. I won't be there for you when you are judged. No. So let's go on to the next sign. Who is it? Gemini. No. It's Taurus. Taurus could be dealing with a Gemini. Taurus got to do something called self-check, self-regulating. Because Taurus, like, it's not like I can easily take you there. Taurus is like, I can easily go there with you. But things could easily get out of hand because somebody is like, in this situation while someone at work, somebody's like, you're fucking with my kid. You're fucking with my kid. Not only are you fucking with my kid, you're fucking with my kid, and it's like during a death in my life. And Taurus is like, I really could really pull you. I could really drag you. I could really do it. But it's making me think of like a housewife situation. And a housewife will be talking to another housewife. But it's two different houses. But Monique will kind of be looked at as the bad person. And Taurus will be in this Monique energy. But it would be like, she would be talking to Candace Diller, that interracial relationship girl. Where she's like, I'm with him because he got a big brown dick. And everybody like, he worked at a restaurant. I don't know if that white dude got a big brown dick. But she really spoiled. And she ain't really had to do shit. She ain't had to do none of the shit that Monique went through. But it's that point where Monique looking at Candace. Because Monique was just pregnant. Or had this new opportunity. And she's like, shit has settled down. I'm fit enough to handle. But she will be talking to Candace. Candace showing out for the camera. Showing out for the camera. Big fucking time. Knowing damn well she would fucking avoid Monique at all times. Monique big as fuck. Well, on the Real Housewives of Potomac, they made Monique skinny. But her husband's huge. She like, don't call him big boy. Don't call him Sam. But look like I've been letting you talk, because I've been with my child. I've been letting you talk. But when she finally catch her and her child ain't around, she like, do you really want me to drag you? Because I would really take your ass there. And Candace like, do we? Provoking Taurus. But this a friendship. Or so it was supposed to be. It's two mothers. But some mothers like, you don't respect big boy and you don't respect my child. You don't respect my kid. So therefore, I don't respect you, your personal space, nor one of your kids. Do you want me to motherfucking drag your ass up and down this motherfucking rodeo? You has been. But to save face, that other mother would be put on the front of bravery. Like, but really get her ass dragged. Really. It'll really be breaking dishes. Fucking mazel tov. But then everybody will be looking at Monique like, you started it. But Monique is like, hell nah. You will see me again. And when you see me again, I'll have receipts for that ass. Of everything that person was doing, saying, texting, writing, calling, everything was being kept track of. Because the bitch ain't have no right from the beginning. So, but because that person laid hands, they're like, oh, I will give you space. I will do it. Because Taurus, a mother is like, I will beat your ass. Simply put, I will beat your ass. And I won't think twice about it. And I will drag your motherfucking kids in the mix of it. It's just that simple. Somebody is like, I don't play fair. I will get your kids beat the fuck up at school. I will get somebody to come up to your kid's job and start some shit. It ain't blackmail. It just is what it is. Because somebody, it's like a mother. She's like, I was friends with you. Or it's not that I was friends with you. I worked with you. I know you. I've seen you before. And I thought you would respect me, respect my family, respect my child. And you just didn't us. So it's like a problem. It's that type of thing. But it ain't nothing serious. It ain't nothing serious because somebody just like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I got 4 houses. I don't give a fuck. So that's just why that friendship ain't gonna work. Because somebody didn't respect somebody as a mother. Somebody didn't respect somebody's child. Somebody didn't respect somebody's husband. Somebody just didn't have no fucking respect. And that's very important. To a person that's like, I come from the hood. Okay? I come from a very bad side of town. Totally different from where you grew up. And on top of that, them like, I'm dealing with a death. I'm dealing with a loss. Okay? I'm dealing with all that. Y'all motherfuckers just said I was drunk all the time. I'm dealing with that. So, somebody's like, I'm not drunk in love. Even if that person don't stay with big boy. Them like, for the time being, we is together. And it is all right for me to do. I don't know. It's that type of thing. So let's go to our Gemini. Gemini is like, can we just be friends? Why Gemini saying that? That's why Gemini's relationship won't work. Because Gemini is like, can we just be friends? It's not that Gemini has got what they need out of a situation. Gemini is like, I don't know what more can I say? Or what more do you need? What more is it that you want from me? Can we just be friends? It's not, can we get along? Because Gemini is like, we don't need to get along. Can we just be friends? So Geminis would be extending an olive branch to somebody. That just ain't good according to the Bible. Gemini will be having a situation where they're like, am I Capricorn? I know that sounds weird. But Gemini will be dealing with like their own secrets. So much so that Gemini will be going, am I the devil in this situation? All right, I'm going to say that it will be more so the devil's advocate. So Gemini is like, I always win. Okay? I always win because my father has put me in a position to always win. It might not be divine, but it is what it is. But Gemini is like, roll that back. Roll that back for me. Rewind the tape. But it would have something to do with Gemini's life. Gemini's like, let's start over. Dad, mom. I have nothing to do with mom. Let's start this over. So with that being said, Gemini will be in a situation where they are in a relationship with somebody, but they want to be friends with somebody else. But if feminine energy, she's got all this paper, she got all this shit, she got all this responsibility. But she wake up in the middle of the night in motherfucking cold sweats. But it's like, she's like, I don't trust these people. I don't trust these people. But Gemini has someone there from their house or home or family that's like, I'm here for you. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be scared. But they're like, it's because they're not necessarily a seraphim. They're like, I keep everything on record. I am a tape recorder. I am nothing but a recording. But even though Gemini is like messing with the message, like what Gemini is doing is like pressing buttons. Okay? But it's because Gemini wants to get a message out. Because the message that's coming out is coming from Gemini. It's Gemini's voice that you are hearing. But it could be loud. The reason why it's loud is because that person is like, I do not trust these people. But that Gemini would be like in a God-like energy. It would be like Francis and fucking Joel. And they would have Michael or a mic. And it's just a recording. But it's Gemini. It's Gemini. Loud. Screaming. But Michael or the recording, they're like, they are still alive. They're sentient. They are dead. And they're like, there's no reason to be afraid. I'll catch you. Gemini's situation got something to do with the public at large. And Gemini's partner likes to sleep around on them. I don't actually think it's a negative. It's not necessarily an open relationship. Gemini's like, I've got out that marital bed. I just don't trust people around me. I got all these classified papers. I just, it's making me think of John F. Kennedy with his wife. Grace, it wasn't Grace Kelly, it was someone. I think she was a Leo. He would have got out that marital bed a long time ago while she would have been still sleeping around, thinking godly of herself. And it wasn't a negative because that person had somebody else in their life that's like a microphone or a recording. They're gonna be feeling violated for the fuck of it because it's satanic people all around. But you're like, they've evolved to something large, loud, strong, proud. It is their voice. They're like, I'm carrying the soprano. But it's just a message. The thing is, it's like, rewind it. Let me hear it again. But somebody's like, I'm not gonna fucking skip a beat. I'm not gonna think twice about this shit. I don't give a fuck. About the person that sleep around, if they're not actually having other affairs, they could just be like not lazy. They don't want to go out. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to be seen with their partner. Hell no. Hell no. If it's not business, like if it's not like, I don't even give a fuck if it's business. Somebody's just like, I really don't want to be seen with you. I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of that woman that just be in the house every day, all day. She don't do nothing to her hair. She don't do shit to herself. But she want me to be her motherfucking ride or die. That would be Gemini. But that person is like, I'd rather it be publicly known that I deal with this feminine energy that has made something of herself than someone that wants to mooch off of me. But Gemini would be that person going, I'd rather have an affair on you because I don't want to be seen with you. I don't want to. But it's weird because there's still an image to uphold for the children. But the children is like, America. But in reality, that person is not happy. They don't even give a fuck. They don't care. But somebody is just really want to be friends with somebody. Does. I don't give a fuck. Somebody's like, I don't trust it. It's not that they don't trust their partner. They don't even give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if their partner's sleeping around, and they don't give a fuck if their partner sleep in all day. They actually prefer their partner to do that. Because then they can go out and do whatever the fuck they want to do. Now, that partner could be depressed. It doesn't really fucking matter. That person is like, you literally disgust me. I don't even want to go to the grocery store with your fucking ass. I've been there. I've never been there. Fuck. Somebody could be dealing with some sort of illness. Not really. It's sick in the head. Sick ass bitch. It's because somebody loves you, guys. Alright, so let's go on to the next one. Who is this? Cancers. Radio. Cancer's radioactive. They're just radioactive. But Cancer is like, I'm not really putting on the show. Cancer is like, I'm gonna motherfucking scream to the heavens because I want to get to the end. Let's get to the motherfucking good part. Cancer's like, I want to white out a lot. I want to white out a lot. Blank man. It's not that Cancer's making a killing. It's a lot of things that's popping up in the life of Cancers, I do feel. But it's like creepy, crawly, satanic type shit. Watchers with multiple eyes. But Cancer's like, I'm killing it. I'm killing all those judgmental eyes. Cause, Apple. Cancers don't really care if they gotta kick it. I don't know. It's just a lot of judgmental eyes in Cancer's life. But it's causing Cancers not to be able to have a relationship. And for Cancers to have that relationship, to have that coming together, to have that union, Cancers is like, I really got to kill all those judgmental eyes. But they're like, I'm going to let you crush it. It's so weird because there could be a shooting at the mall. I don't know what it is. Cancers is like out and about, not necessarily, but they forgot something. They forgot something. But when they go back in somewhere, they're like, shit, something is shooting. I don't know what it is. Okay. Then somebody would be like, open the door. Open the door. Somebody want Cancers to open up to them. Cancers like, if I open up to you, it could be hell on earth. They got something to do with somebody's grandma. And a Confederate flag. I don't know what the fuck is that though. Somebody's like, I'm the manager. I'm the general. Not Dawn. Oh, that's not my period. But for Cancer, it's very fucking simple. I do feel. It could all be so simple. It's just not. It's too many creeps. There's too many creeps around. That want Cancers to come out. Want Cancers to shoot. Want Cancers to do something. But Cancer's like, I'm really just trying to lay low. No. Cancer's like, I'm going to get me a coffee. Do you need anything? I'm like, no, I'm good. Okay. Then it's like a whole fucking terror moment. But Cancers is like, when that terror moment happens, I'm not gonna be home. I'm not gonna be home. Because Cancer's like, I gotta step out really, really quickly. Really quickly. Just to get something to drink. And then some other child. I don't know. But somebody is like, give me a hand. Okay, let's get out. I don't know what it is. Take it to resonance. It's a little dip it down. Got something to do with that fellatio. Who's been drinking and driving? What the fuck? You done fell asleep behind the wheel. Anyhow, let's go to the next sign. This is going to be my last sign because this reading getting long. Leo. Why Leo's relationship ain't working? Leo's relationship ain't working because Leos don't want the relationship to work. It ain't like Gemini. It's not that Gemini don't want the relationship to work. Gemini don't want to be publicly seen with that person. So them like, I'll tell you whatever so that way you don't actually have to come out the house because I'm ashamed of you. It's more so for Leos just don't want it to work. It's not that Leos will be causing problems in a relationship. Like Leos will make a small thing serious. Like, you don't got your half of the rent. You never do. You want me to get you a whole new wardrobe of clothes. And I don't have all the clothes pieces that I want. You want me to get your hair done. And I don't want to because I'd rather get my hair cut. I don't know. A man's energy is just like, I really don't want this relationship to work. I don't know if it's because a masculine energy got somebody else. It's like a masculine energy has seen bigger, better things. No, brighter things. What I really feel like is a masculine energy has moved up in life. And he's like, I finally got that house. I got that backyard. I got that truck. I got that car. And I now feel like the partner that I have don't fit in with the image that I've seen for myself. Now, a lot of people could be like, that's wrong, that's wrong. But the masculine energy is like, I manifested, I work for the things that I want. And he's like, I wanted something before, and now I want something new now. The issue is a masculine energy could find that new thing and instantaneously get married or in a serious committed relationship. And he could have took his time to get with his current or almost ex-partner. But it's like, he's like, I have a 4-bedroom house. And you just ain't the woman I want to have kids with. And I want to have kids with somebody else. And so, like, go away. Like, I know that sounds cold-hearted. I feel like the other person could have been expecting it, but I don't, because I feel like it came out of left field. Because the masculine energy could have been telling the feminine energy the whole time, like, you know, they could have been on the lease at one point in time, or he could have moved in a woman. I don't know, but take it as resonates. It could be vice versa. But then that person is like, the lease is up, I'm moving into a house, and they could have been leading that person on, like, yeah, I want you to move in, I want you to move in, but then last minute, they do not want that person to move in. But that feminine energy will be saying shit like, you know I'm from Kentucky, you know I'm from New York City, and it could be driving that masculine energy mad. Because he like, I really want you to get the fuck out. If he do move that feminine energy in. Because he like, my family on this property. I just not got this house or something. But it can turn fatal. Because the masculine energy is like, I will shoot this shit up. Because I really want you to get the fuck out. I really want you to get out. But he said, he say it. But a feminine energy, she could call the police. She could let it be known, like, he's threatening, he's something. But he don't give a fuck. Because he's already decided. It's just sad because it could cause him to crash the fuck out, too. For himself. Not really. He gonna run. He could just start dating new people, to be honest. I don't know. A mass energy could get away with murder. He's like, you don't know where the fuck I'm gonna put that body. I doesn't know why that's coming out, but a mass energy just doesn't want a relationship to work. He wanted to fail. He wanted to fail because he's getting new better things in his life, and he feel like he need a new better partner. Now his taste could be the same. You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So if I'm talking to a feminine energy and you wonder why a situation is not working with Leo, it's not that you're not beautiful. It's not that you're not attractive. It's just a masculine energy. It's like, I want something else, which is understandable. Sometimes, you know, you think you want smothered pork chops, and sometimes you want lasagna the whole time. And you thought you wanted smothered pork chops, and then when you get your smothered pork chops, you go, I don't want this shit. It wasn't a waste. It's just, it's not what somebody wants. But it's like, it's weird because the masculine energy want a relationship. He just don't want a relationship with who he with. Somebody got into something blindfolded. This is gonna sound weird. Got something to do with Aquarius, not necessarily the opposite. A masculine energy, like, I didn't have that blind taste test. That's motherfucking gross. But he's like, something tastes better. I don't know. Something, hell on something else. Bitch, I don't know. Cake or pie. I don't give a fuck. That's all I got. That's all I got for you lovely individuals. Godspeed. God bless. Bye.